haven't changed sets. Steve is taking the locks because I'm absolutely exhausted with the sun. He's just done a major mistake because he's forgotten to come and shut the back paddle. Use that bit then. There he is. So, Steve's doing it today. Well, I think we're on lock 5?
4 or 5, I can't remember.
4 or 5, there he is. Whee!
Well, having done several locks, we decided that we'd give Chris a go now. We're in the last of the 2 locks on the Aylesbury Arm, the staircase. As luck would have it, the lock was in our favour, and so Chris is bringing the boat into the chamber. Doing really well, bless her. The only thing I've just realised is the canopy's up. Oh no, it's not. Bless her. Chris has even thought of that. She's lowered the canopy. Good thinking, Chris.
Eh?
Good thinking on lowering the canopy.
What's that you thought? A big bump one side.
You did all right. Some would have done worse. We managed to find a mooring just opposite the junction at the top of the Marsworth locks, and that evening, as it was still quite warm, we took ourselves off into the village, where we stopped for a pint at the local pub. Having retraced our steps up the Aylesbury Arm, we came back to Marsworth Junction, where we continued our journey south down the Grand Union Canal, passing through the Tring summit, through several locks until we came to Berkhamsted, ending up at the moorings at Apsley. Good morning, everyone. Well, it's morning to us anyway. You find us now back off the Aylesbury Arm, back on the main line of the Grand Union Canal, and we're now climbing the Marsworth locks, heading towards what's called the Tring summit, which is the highest point on the Grand Union Canal, and then we start our descent down into London. But for now, we're enjoying the relative cool of an overcast day. It's been really hot and humid yesterday, but it's quite pleasant today. So 2 boats coming into the lock above us, and then it's our turn. this is the Windover Arm that we're just passing. I wouldn't mind having a little trip down there one day. We're going to have a sneaky peek. It's only about 1.5 miles, so I don't think there's a winding hole at the other end for us, which is a shame. Right, there is a winding hole, but whether it's big enough is another matter. But it's actually quite pretty here. And this is on the approach to the Tring summit cutting. Just after the bridge is a water point, which if we can get on it, we'll top up with water. And then we'll start looking for a mooring. Now I would moor here, but you've got the noisy grinders going, and how are you supposed to find a ring in that? Some lovely renovation works going on here. Hello. I believe this used to belong to C&RT, where they used to make gates. I think they've sold it off now. There's obviously some major work going on.
Too hot for a lot of boats to move lately.
Well, we tend to leave about 8:30, 9, and I aim our journeys on how many lots.
Well, stroke of luck, while we were in the lock, the coal boat turned up and we managed to top up with diesel from the coal boat. So happy days on that one. We're on our way into Berkhamsted. We've got these 2 locks to do, this one and the one down below. These are called gas locks. And once we get down below these, there are some boat moorings down there. So it looks really nice around here. It's quite pretty. Well, we're now moored up in Berkhamsted, right opposite a really nice park that's just been invaded by a whole squadron of Canada geese. Which, as you can understand, Smudge is not happy about. But the one drawback of the place, it's very nice, but as you can hear, it's right next to the railway line. after a nice couple of days in Berkhamsted, or as the locals call it, Berkhamsted. We're now in the next lock. I think we've got about 12 to do today. The gentleman in front is one of our subscribers. He watches from time to time, and he's gonna wind in front of us, so we're gonna let him wind and then we'll follow out. But another glorious hot day as usual, so see how we go. The town folk have really made an effort on these bridges. They look absolutely brilliant. Beautiful work done on them, you have to say. And I'm going to have to be quick because the boat's spinning.
Yeah,
the boat ahead is winding, so that's why we're hovering at the moment. He's a single-hander, and he was told he could wind there, so he's attempting the turn. He's also one of our subscribers and viewers, so we've left the gates open on the lock because he's going to come back up the lock again. So we'll just wait for him to finish his turn and then we can continue. But while we're there, we can admire these lovely converted warehouses. Very tastefully done, I have to say. Sorry, I'm zoomed in, I do apologise. There we go. Sun's an issue today because it's dead ahead, so it's making filming very difficult. But just look at that lovely little courtyard. Yeah. It's a bit difficult filming because of the sun, but that's not the Crystal Palace we know. I think this is the better version.
It would be for you.
Now that's the sort of place you want. It's even got your own boathouse. Very nice too. That'll do. Just had to give Chris a warning while she's working the paddle. We wonder where the geese got to at night. I think we've just found out. They're all here at the lock. We're not doing goose dog trials today. Well, I've got to say, I'm really loving Berkhamsted. It's such a beautiful place down by the canal, and the high street was quite nice too. We're now continuing down a series of locks towards Berkhamsted, and these are really quite pleasant, and for Chris, relatively easy going too. So, but what a lovely view. Now we're in lock 56, and we know from notices from CNRT that this lock and the next one are notorious for low levels, and to be honest, we only just managed to creep into this one. Gentleman walking past assures me that there are levels further down, so let's hope we can get down to the next lock. Just take it slow and steady, that's the way to do it. We've managed to get across the shallow pound, but the problem was the lock is leaking so badly Chris couldn't open the gates, so I had to come and help her. 57 bottom sight lock, and CNRT are taking this one and lock 56 out of service on the 15th of the month to repair the gates because they're getting that bad. And even when I was in the lock, I shut the paddles on the top gates, and the level dropped 4 inches while I was shutting the paddle. So that's how badly it's leaking. On a happier note though, after the locks we came across this gentleman, who is of course James, from the boat that James built. He was making his way down the Grand Union as well, but a much slower pace than we were. Just after the lock are some handy moorings for the Sainsbury's supermarket. With the space on the moorings, we decided we'd pull in there overnight, and it'll be handy for shopping in the morning.